everybody, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another card with the new Summer Fruit Tiles stamp set from Simon Says Stamp and the new Sunny Vibes release that happened for June 20th and on. This set's really fun to work with, and I have a bunch of samples I'm going to be doing for you guys to show you some ideas. Today we're going to do this card. It is done just with the grid and the solid blocks that come with it to fill in what we're doing. So let's get started. I'm going to use my stamp wheel again today. Got a piece of cardstock cut to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. This is the Hammermill 100-pound cover weight. It's very smooth, nice white. It ink blends great. Also good for alcohol markers, I find, and foiling. Really good for foiling. And I have the stamp itself, which I'm going to line up on here. The nice thing with the Altenew stamp wheel is that the grid mat is sticky, so your paper won't just lift with a stamp, and then it doesn't actually go anywhere until you place this and press down, and then it'll pick up the stamp. And for this, I'm doing a version of like you would for a no-line coloring. I'm going to use the soft gray ink called Flannel from Simon Says Stamp. It's their Positively Saturated line. And I'm using that so that it gives me just a soft impression of color, so that when we're filling it in with the solid blocks and the colors, it gives you a guideline but doesn't overpower it. Got my stamp block here that I use. And it just gives a nice soft gray. And then once that dries, I can start filling it in with the solid blocks and the colors we're going to work with today. I've got Cheeky, Watermelon, Lemonade, Tide Pool, and Fairway. So we're going to fill it in with that and recreate this card here. I'm going to be really brave here and do something I don't do very often, which is free range stamping. Or, you know, an acrylic block. So the cool thing here is that all of these, and yes, they're all well colored because I've used them a bunch, they fit into the squares. So you can fill the colors in really, really easily. And I could have used a second platform and just done it that way too, but these should be easy enough to just fill in the blanks. And again, not heading for perfection here, just for fun. And stick with the same color palette. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this all on camera. And we're just going to do some yellow. And this is easier when I can put my head right over it, but, you know, trying not to stick my head in the camera here. And ta-da! Perfection isn't the point here. I keep telling myself that because goodness knows I'm my own worst critic. But you can see how fun that is. maybe you caught my mistake, is that I trimmed the panel before putting it back into the other stamp and doing the black. So now we're going to have fun lining it back up, but we'll see what we get. So I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so what I did is I did my best to reline it up. If I'm close enough, the gray lines really won't show. So I'm going to pick it up again with Stamp Platform. All right, and I'm going to get out that black pigment ink again. This is the Altenew Obsidian Black. It's similar to like a VersaFine, that nice black pigment. Okay. It's okay. All right, cross your fingers, wish me luck. Oh, what did I do? Aha, that way. Woo-hoo. This is why I really like this one, because it doesn't connect until you push down on the platform. So even though I had that upside down, it didn't connect with paper. Ooh, we have serenading from my dogs. My apologies. Oh, that's not bad at all. I'm going to give that another coat. Okay, one more time. The fun thing about this technique is this makes the colors just really pop. Alrighty, I have used the Gina K Master Layouts 1 to trim down the two panels. So I've trimmed the colored panel and the black with those. I like it so they matte nicely. Okay, and I'm going to do my double-sided tape trick. And I use my bone folder just to snap that off on the end. It tears better for me that way, and I tend to not tear the paper. And then I will fold back the edges. Make little ears or flaps. The nice thing is that you, by doing it this method, you can just hold the corners down and then mat, and you're good to go. And then pull, like unzipping a fun package. Ooh, that one stuck out a little, tuck that under. And just like that. And I will we'll get one of my card bases and we'll put this together. And I will use liquid glue again on the panel. This is the Hero Arts Precision Glue. Okay. And center, it's a little harder when I'm not putting my head directly over the card base, but you know, we'll make it work to the best. I will often take my big Hero Arts block and just set it on to hold it down so it dries flat. And I've also done a sentiment where I have ink blended the paper. So it's just white paper, ink blended to coordinate. Although I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna mat that on a little black so it'll pop. Okay, I have the sentiment now matted. So we're just gonna attach that. I will pull in my T-square. And we'll just line that up. And there we go, a finished card. Fun, graphic, bright, cheerful. Relatively easy to do. I do know that this set now has coordinating dies and a stencil. So the stencil, I'm excited, I've ordered mine, that you can fill in the grid without having to line up the blocks. So you have the option of doing it either way then. Thank you for joining me today. I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you have done so. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. That's always appreciated. And I will be back soon with another card from this release. So I'll see you soon. Thank you.